A sunny afternoon at an upscale Seattle cafe, the kind of place where tech moguls sip $8 lattes, and the air smells like roasted coffee beans and money. The patio at Bean and Bite buzzed with the hum of laptops and the clatter of forks on overpriced avocado toast. Nestled between sleek high-rises and a shimmering fountain, it was a hotspot for the city's elite. And right there, at a table with the best view, sat the Bill Gates. Yep, that Bill Gates. Tech titan, billionaire philanthropist, a man who could buy the whole block without blinking. At 69, he still had that sharp, nerdy charm, wire-rimmed glasses, a crisp polo shirt, and a tablet propped up beside his plate. He scrolled through it, oblivious to the world spinning around him. Across from him, Melinda, too, or so the tabloids called her. Vanessa, his new girlfriend, was a vision straight out of a Hollywood rom-com. Blonde waves cascaded over her shoulders, her manicured nails tapping on her phone screen. She wore a designer sundress that screamed, "I'm worth it," but her eyes, cold as a Seattle winter. She twirled a $10,000 watch on her wrist, barely glancing at Bill. And then there was Jaden, a scrawny 14-year-old kid hovering just outside the patio fence. His faded Seahawks hoodie hung loose on his 90-pound frame, dirt smudged across his cheeks. His hazel eyes flicked from table to table, searching, always searching. A kid the world forgot, stuck on the street since his mom lost everything to rent hikes. Nobody knew his name, but his face, a quiet fixture on this block. Bill tapped his tablet, frowning. "You're glued to that thing again, Vanessa," he said, his voice dry but edged with annoyance. She flashed a megawatt smile. Fake as a $3 smile. "I'm right here, babe," she chirped, reaching for his hand. "You know I love our little coffee dates." "You don't know I love..." Jaden's stomach growled loud enough to wake a coma patient. He edged closer, sneakers scuffing the pavement, his eyes locked on Bill's table. A steaming bowl of clam chowder, a basket of sourdough rolls, a tall glass of iced tea. Pure heaven, 10 feet away. He could almost taste it. But then, whoa, something wild happened. As Bill squinted at his tablet, Vanessa's hand slipped into her Gucci purse. Jaden caught it, her fingers curling around a tiny glass vial. She popped it open with a flick, smooth as a cat burglar, and tilted it over Bill's chowder. A clear drip vanished into the creamy soup. She stirred it with a spoon, cool as ice, her face blank. Jaden's jaw dropped. What the heck? His heart slammed against his ribs. Was this chick for real? He crouched low, peeking through the fence slats. Vanessa leaned closer to Bill, her voice a silky whisper. "After all I've put up with, you're not screwing this up now." Bill didn't hear. Too busy swiping his screen, his spoon hovered over the bowl inches from disaster. Jaden's mind raced. Poison? No way! Could this glossy woman in her perfect little world really be that evil? He clenched his fists, nails biting his palms. Nobody else saw. The cafe hummed along. Tech, bros laughing, waiters hustling, forks clinking. Just another day in Seattle. But Jaden couldn't shake it. That vibe? Pure bad news? His gut screamed, "Do something!" He glanced at Bill, gray hair, tired eyes, clueless, spoon dipping closer. Oh man, he's gonna eat it. Time slowed. Jaden's legs shook. Walk away, dude. Nobody'll believe a street kid. But then, screw it. Ron was wrong. He bolted from the fence, sneakers pounding pavement, and screamed at the top of his lungs. Stop! The cafe froze. A glass shattered. Heads whipped around. Bill's spoon stopped mid-air, chowder dripping, his eyes wide behind those famous glasses. Vanessa spun, her face twisting. "What you say, kid?" she snapped, venom dripping from every word. Jaden stood tall. Well, as tall as a 5'2" kid could. "She put something in your soup," he yelled, voice cracking but fierce. "I saw her! Don't eat it!" Gasps exploded like popcorn. Phones shot up, recording. The silence. Deafening. 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 Jaden's chest heaved, adrenaline pumping. Bill blinked, staring between the kid and Vanessa. "What's he talking about?" he asked, calm but shaky, setting the spoon down. Vanessa leapt up, chair screeching. "You little punk," she hissed. "You little punk! How dare you? Who let this rat in here?" Her words stung like a slap, but Jaden didn't budge. I saw it, he fired back. She poured something in there. Smell it if you don't believe me. Bill's face paled. He turned to Vanessa, voice low. What's going on here? She laughed. A sharp, nasty sound. He's scamming you, Bill. Look at him. Grubby kid wants a handout. But Jaden shook his head. I'm not lying. She did it when you weren't looking. The crowd buzzed. Whispers flew. Did she really? That kid's got guts. She looks shady now. Vanessa's charm cracked. She crossed her arms, glaring. This is insane, Bill. You're not buying this, right? But Bill didn't answer. He lifted the spoon, sniffed it, his hand trembling. Vanessa, he said, slow and deadly quiet. You've been off lately. What's this about? Her mask slipped. I can't believe you're asking me that, she shrieked. It's humiliating. She spun to the crowd. He's a liar. Why trust some homeless brat over me? The murmurs grew. She's freaking out. That soup does smell weird. Jaden stepped closer. Test it, he urged. You're Bill freaking Gates. You've got people. Doctors, labs, check it. Bill's jaw clenched. He stared at Vanessa. You wanted me gone, didn't you? Her face flushed. I don't, Bill. You can think I'd... Sirens wailed in the distance. Vanessa grabbed her purse, but Bill's hand shot out, locking her wrist. You're not leaving, he said, voice like steel. Not till we figure this out, a waiter stammered. Mr. Gates, should I call the cops? Yes, Bill snapped, eyes on Vanessa. She yanked free, wild-eyed. No, this is a mistake. Jaden's heart pounded. Did I just start this? The cafe held its breath as two cops strode in, radios crackling. What's the deal? One asked. Bill stood, all 6 feet of him radiating authority. This kid says she poisoned my soup. Test it. The cop sniffed the bowl, frowning. Mom? Vanessa exploded. He's lying. He's a nobody. But her panic screamed guilty. The cop raised a brow. Anything to say before we bagged this? She froze. Then, boom! It all spilled out. Fine, eh? She snarled. I'm sick of your shadow, Bill. Sick of your billions, your rules. You were supposed to be done this year. She stopped, horrified, realizing she just confessed. The cafe erupted. Holy crap! She did it! Phones flashed. The cop stepped in. Mom, you're under arrest for attempted murder. Hands up! Vanessa screamed, thrashing as they cuffed her. Oh, sir, Vanessa screamed, thrashing as they cuffed her. You don't get it! I deserved it all! Her voice faded as they dragged her out. Bill slumped into his chair, pushing the soup away. His hands shook. Silence settled, heavy as a Seattle fog. Then his eyes found Jaden, still standing, fists balled, unsure. Kid, Bill said, soft but firm. Sit, Jaden, he mumbled, staring at the table. I couldn't just let her? Bill nodded, eyes distant. Most people would have walked away. Not you. That's guts, kid. Jaden shrugged. I don't like seeing people hurt, that's all. Bill studied him, really saw him. How long you been out here? A year, Jaden muttered. Since Mom couldn't pay rent. Bill frowned, pulling out his phone. Wait here. He stepped away, dialing. Jaden's stomach twisted. What now? Jaden's stomach twisted. What now? When Bill returned, he said, Help's coming. A friend of mine. He'll get you a bed tonight. Somewhere safe, and if you're cool with it, I want to do more. Jaden's eyes widened. You don't have to. I know, Bill cut in. That's why I am. You're 1 in a billion, Jaden. For the first time in forever, Jaden felt something. Hope. He blinked hard, speechless. The sun dipped low, shadows stretching across the patio. Bill sipped his iced tea, glancing at Jaden. Sometimes life hands you a chance to rewrite someone's story, he said. You rewrote mine today. Maybe I can help rewrite yours. Jaden looked up, eyes shining. The crowd thinned, but the lesson stuck. Courage doesn't need a mansion, and kindness doesn't need a bank account. Sometimes the kid in the beat-up hoodie's the real hero. So, America, hit that subscribe button. Share this with someone who needs a spark. 'Cause even the smallest stop can change everything.